Today, let us solve problems based on law of conservation of linear momentum. What does it mean? Momentum before impact and after impact remains constant. For example, if two objects are moving either towards each other or in the same direction, they may hit each other. After hitting, what happens? Their momentums will be changed. Even though their momentums are changed, if there is no external force acting on the system, then the momentum remains constant. That's what we have discussed. That's from our Newton's second law. Just I will give a quick revision once. What does it say? F external is equal to dp by dt. If there is no external force, means if the external force is 0, then dp by dt is equal to 0. This is possible only when momentum is constant. Means dp equal to 0, where dp means change in momentum is 0. There is no change in momentum. Means initial momentum and after momentum is constant. Or in other words, in derivation terms, the rate of change of momentum is 0, means p must be constant. The derivative of constant is always 0, means the p must be constant. Okay. So now let us quickly look into the formula also. Then let us go to the problems. If two objects are moving either towards or in the same direction, say the initial momentum is pi and the final momentum is pf. Pi is equal to m1 u1 and m1 m2 u2. Say this is the initial momentum. After hitting, the final momentum is m1 v1 plus m2. So as this is revision class, I am not explaining in detail. If you have any doubt, go to the previous lecture based on law of conservation of linear momentum and Newton's second law, and then come back. Okay, that's all. After hitting, the two bodies may move together. In such case, we get the common velocity. Then v1 and v2 becomes same, and this can be written as vc m1 vc plus. If you take vc common, it is. From this we can find the common velocity. In several problems they ask first to find the common velocity. Then Vc is equal to, send this towards left. Then the common velocity formula is m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. That's all. The problems are very simple. You can try. You try to solve all the problems from our material worksheets. Okay. If you have any doubt, then only look into this solutions video. Okay. ఇంకో విషయం ఏంటంటే, మీరు నాకు అన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ యొక్క సొల్యూషన్స్ దయచేసి చూడొద్దు. నేనైతే మ్యాక్సిమం నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్కి సొల్యూషన్స్ ఇస్తున్నాను. కానీ మీరు ముందు ట్రై చేయండి. రాని పక్షంలో మీకు ఏ ప్రాబ్లంకి సొల్యూషన్ రాలేదో ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇక్కడ అవైలబుల్గా ఉంటాయి. వీటిని మాత్రమే చూడండి. ఇంకా ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ వీడియో చూసేటప్పుడు మీరు మీ మెటీరియల్ని పక్కన పెట్టుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం కూడా లేదు. ఎందుకంటే మీకు తెలుసుగా క్వశ్చన్ మేము డిస్ప్లే చేస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి ఈ క్వశ్చన్ మీరు ఫాలో అవుతూ ఇక్కడ నేను ఇచ్చిన సొల్యూషన్ని చూస్తే సరిపోతుంది. మరలా మీరు మెటీరియల్ ఓపెన్ చేసి ఆ బుక్ ఈ క్వశ్చన్ ఎన్నో పేజ్లో ఉంది, నేను చెప్పే క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని 1 by 1 ఆర్డర్లు వస్తున్నాయి లేదు, ఇదంతా కూడా మీరు టైం వేస్ట్ చేసుకోవద్దు. సరేనా? ఇంకా ఆలోచన చేయకుండా మన వర్క్షీట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోదాం. A bullet of mass 100 grams is fired with a gun of mass 20 kg with a velocity of 100 meters per second. Then the velocity of recoil of the gun is. Very simple problem. Gun and the bullet is a single system. When the trigger is pressed, the bullet comes out of the gun. So this is the impact. Initially, the bullet and gun both are at rest. So the initial momentum was 0. And what about the final momentum? The final is equal to mass of gun into velocity of gun plus mass of bullet into velocity of bullet. That's all. In this problem, he is asking us to find the recoil of the gun. Means the velocity with which the gun moves back. So Vg equal to how much? As Pi is equal to Pf, so Pf must be equal to Pi, which is equal to 0. So Vg equal to, send this towards right, minus Vb by mg. That's all. So you can substitute the remaining terms. Mass of the bullet is given 100 grams. So the answer is given meter per second. So it should be in SI system. So it is 100 grams means 100 into 10 to the power of minus 3 kg into velocity of bullet is 100 meter per second. So it is 100 by mass of gun, how much? 20 kg. 20, that's all. I am not going to solve this. You solve it, you will get the answer. Look at the next problem. A truck weighing 2500 kg. That is a truck. Actually, in problems they call it like a weight, but look at the unit, it is 2500 kg. So you consider this as a mass. Many books represent it as weight, but it's not actually weight, it's a mass only. So you take the basement as unit. So from it is clear that from the unit it's mass only. And moving with the velocity of 25 meter per second. So its velocity is 25 meter per second. Collides with a stationary car weighing 300 kg. So this is the stationary car. Its velocity of car is equal to 0. It is moving in this direction. It collides with that car. Its mass is 300 kg. The truck and car move together after impact. Their common velocity is. So after impact, it is pushing it and they are moving together. What is the common velocity? So ippure manam cheppukunnam kada common velocity formula. What was the common velocity formula? m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. Just substitute all these values in that, you will get the answer. So velocity common is equal to m1 u1 2500 m2 u2 plus m2 u2 means mass of car 300 into 0 by m1 plus m2 2500 plus 300. That's all. So you know how to solve this. You solve it, you will get the answer. See this problem. A car of mass 1500 kg traveling at 25 meter per second collides with another car B of mass 1000 kg traveling at 15 meter per second in the same direction. So it's a small car, 1000 kg, moving with 15 meter per second in the same direction. But see, its speed is greater than the second car. That's obviously it can hit the second car. After collision, the velocity of A becomes 20 meter per second. So after hitting, its velocity became 20 meter per second. The velocity of the car B after collision is, if its velocity is 20 meter per second, what is its velocity after collision? Again, same principle here. The momentum before collision is equal to momentum after collision. So that's why it is m1 u1 plus, here 1 means A, 2 means car B. So here see, MA 1500 known. I am not going to solve this problem. The velocity of A 25 known. Mass of B 1000 known. Velocity of the car before collision 15 known. Mass of A, it's already known, 1500. Put 1500 here. Velocity of A after collision 20 known. Mass of B 1000 known. The only unknown is velocity of B. So after substituting all these values, you can simplify for B. You can get the answer. Over. Look at this problem here. A railway engine of mass 10,000 kg moving with a velocity 2 meter per second. So it's again, this is the railway engine whose mass is 10,000 kg. It's moving with the speed of 2 meter per second. Collides a wagon of 20,000 kg at rest. After collision, both move with the same velocity, then their common velocity is. So it hits and they move together, then common velocity is. In the previous problem only I have discussed about common velocity. Just substitute in that formula. What is our formula for common velocity? m1 u1 plus m2 u2. It's at rest. So 0 by m1 plus m2, 10,000 plus 20,000. Simplify, you will get the answer. Over. Students, very interesting problem. Look into this. See here what is written on the screen. A truck of mass 500 kg moving at 4 meter per second collides with another truck of mass 1500 kg moving in the same direction at 2 meter per second. What is their common velocity just after their collision? Same problem. In the previous problem, this wagon was at rest, but in this problem both are moving. That is the only difference. Formula is same, m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. I am not going to solve this problem, you do it. A body of mass m1 moves with a velocity of 40 meter per second, hits another body of mass m2 which is at rest. So there are two bodies, number 1, number 2, it is at rest, so its velocity is 0. See, this is a body of mass m1, it is moving with a speed of 40 meter per second and its mass is m2. After the impact, both the bodies move with common velocity of 30 meter per second. So after the impact, what happened? They stick together and they are moving with the common velocity. V common is equal to 30 meter per second. Then the question is, the ratio of their masses is, what is the ratio of their masses? m1 by m2 is equal to how much? Though it seems to be a little bit difficult problem, m1 by m2 he is asking, but the method is same as before. As we know the common velocity formula, Vc is equal to, it's known, Vc equal to how much? 30 is equal to m1 not known, leave it, m1. Its velocity is 40 plus m2 into velocity is 0, so it becomes 0 by m1 plus m2. That implies 40 m1 by m1 plus m2 is equal to 30. So our target is to find the m1 by m2. So let us cross multiply this. Upon cross multiplication, what I get? 40 m1 is equal to 30 m1 plus 30 m2. If I send this towards left, 40 m1 minus 30 m1, 10 m1 is equal to 30 m2. 0 0 gets cancelled. m1 by m2 equal to how much? 3 by 1. 3:1 over. Got it? If you wish, see this problem next time also. Look into this problem. A body of mass 2 kg moving with a uniform velocity 40 meter per second collides with the other body at rest. See, mass of the other body is not given. So this is another body, its mass is not given, but this is at rest. If the two bodies move together with a velocity of 25 meter per second, means common velocity. After collision, they move together with a common velocity of 25 meter per second. Mass of the other body is m equal to how much? That's all. So our old formula only. So let us look into our formula. Vc equal to. So as we know this formula, here m1 is 2, u1 40, m2 not known. We have to find that how much. u2 0, m1 plus m2. 2 plus m, that's all. Vc equal to 25. Simplify, you will get the answer. Okay, actually this mathematical part I will do it, but you need not to observe this part, you do it yourself. If you find it out, then only look into the solution. Upon cross multiplying, 2 into 25, 50 plus 25m is equal to 80. So 25m equal to 80 minus 50, 30. So m equal to how much? 30 by 25. So you simplify to get the answer. Over. A boy of mass 50 kg jumps onto the trolley. A boy of mass 50 kg running at 5 meter per second jumps onto a 20 kg trolley like this. In the same direction at 1.5 meter per second. Okay, this trolley is moving with the speed of 1.5 meter per second. Now what happens the moment when he jumps onto this trolley, they move together. Now the question is, what is their common velocity? So do you wish that I need to solve this? Not necessary, right? What is the formula? m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. That's all. So boy mass is 50 kg. m1 u1 50 into 5 plus m2 u2 20 into 1.5 by m1 plus m2 50 plus 20. You solve this. Okay. So these are the problems based on our conservation of linear momentum. This is just beginning only, not end. You go through our material, there are some solved problems, solve them, and from outside reference books also you can solve some more problems based on Newton's second law and linear momentum. See you in the next lecture with the next కాన్సెప్ట్. ఇంకా మీరు మన యాప్ని ఓపెన్ చూస్తే అందులో టెస్ట్ అనే బటన్ బాటంలో ఉంటుంది చూడండి. ఆ టెస్ట్ అనే బటన్ పైన క్లిక్ చేస్తే మీకు ఆన్లైన్ టెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ టెస్ట్ కనిపిస్తాయి. సో ఆ ప్రాక్టీస్ టెస్ట్ పైన క్లిక్ చేయండి ఒకసారి. క్లిక్ చేసిన తర్వాత మీరు 8th క్లాస్ కాబట్టి 8th క్లాస్ ఫిజిక్స్ మాడ్యూల్ 1లోకి వెళ్ళండి. 8th ఫిజిక్స్ బ్రాకెట్లో M1 అని రాసి ఉంటుంది, అక్కడికి వెళ్ళండి. అక్కడ చూస్తే డైనమిక్స్ టెస్ట్ 1 టెస్ట్ 2 అని రాసి ఉంటాయి. డైనమిక్స్ టెస్ట్ 1 సిలబస్ చదువుతాను, ఒకసారి చూడండి. ఇట్ ఈస్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఫోర్స్, టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫోర్స్, లీనియర్ మొమెంటమ్ అండ్ న్యూటన్స్ సెకండ్ లా. సో ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం చెప్పుకున్నటువంటి సిలబస్ పైన ప్రాక్టీస్ టెస్ట్ 1 ఉంది. సో నా ఈ క్లాస్ కంప్లీట్ అయిన తర్వాత మీరు జాగ్రత్తగా వర్క్షీట్స్ అన్ని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి ఆ ఎగ్జామ్ని రాయండి. మీకు ఎన్ని మార్క్స్ వస్తాయో నాకు కూడా కనిపిస్తుంది, నేను చూస్తాను. ఓకేనా? సీ ఆల్.